what's one thing that you're looking to accomplish in the next 12 months?
And I have a list of accomplishments inside and outside of real estate. But one of the big things that I'm working on right now is I want to have my own team. I want to get the systems in place to have my own team of buyer's agents working under me so that I can be a super strong listing agent and kind of delegate and be able to hit the road even more so I can do some more traveling.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. I was curious on if you were going the team route or not,
Yeah.
with your change in focus. And it's funny, I've been talking to a lot of agents who are to that stage of building the team,
Mhm.
and I just share, I try to only talk on things that that I've experienced or been a part of.
Mhm.
And with our team and growing it over the last 10 years, I just had this conversation the other day, and I had it with my coach too. A lot of people will tell agents who are building teams, go get a TC, go get, an admin to take care of all of the paperwork things.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the right first hire anymore.
Yeah.
I think, I was talking to Wyatt Petty the other day,
Wyatt.
and
Yeah.
I was like, what's the one thing that you spend the most time on? And he said paperwork, right? Because that's like the default answer that we all know.
Right.
I was like, no, it's not anymore.
It's not.
Paperwork, not. It's buyers.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
being in the car. And I think that first hire, just something to throw your way. I think that first hire could be a showing agent.
And
Doesn't
I
even have to
think
be a
that's
full
kind
time
of,
buyer's agent. It could be a showing agent. Now,
yeah.
if you have a buyer's agent, cool, right? But I don't, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
And then that still allows you to do all the negotiations. But it doesn't mean you're going to be in the car from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Um, and frees up a lot of time. I don't
I can
know.
tell
I just threw
you,
that out. I just threw that out to you. So I'm curious of your thoughts because this is the first time I've really publicly put it out there. I've had,
admitted that. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah. I
I
mean,
actually, I agree. I think that there's no one way to anything. I
yeah,
think that what works for me might not work for you, and it might not work for the next person. It just depends on how you choose to do your business. I think for me, I don't struggle with paperwork. Like you said, it's not the hardest thing to me, to be honest. It's actually the easiest. The hardest thing for me is spending all day, every day in my car, working with 6 to 7 buyers a day and just making sure that I have enough time to give them the agent that they deserve, because at the end of the day, there's only one of me. So
yeah,
it makes sense to, in a sense, create another one of me and
yeah.
have them go out and be able to help and give buyers the experience that they deserve, not because I'm rushing around trying to make it all happen for one person.
Well, and I was talking, and I just mentioned Wyatt's name, but there's been other agents I've spoke to about this. And at the end of the day, when I got into the business in 2011, we were still scanning and faxing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
paperwork back then was way more time
It was
investment.
tedious.
Yeah, more tedious. Right now, I wrote 2 offers over the weekend. I think I had them done in 30 minutes. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
from there, once you're in contract, if you actually break down the time allocation to those things,
Yeah.
are we talking what, 2.5, 3 hours per deal, maybe, of
Maybe.
actual paperwork time?
Yeah.
So, I just, like I said, throwing that out there because I'd just be curious of your thoughts around that. And
Yeah.
what
No,
it
I
allows you
agree.
to do is now, you can handle all the negotiations. You're building a team, you're creating leverage. And that showing agent is, typically someone that loves meeting people, being out and about, and thriving into that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great idea. I don't feel like I have a transaction coordinator, but I don't feel like I need her, even though she's great. I just think that it's the easiest part of the business is the paperwork. It's the
Now,
people's the hardest, to be
yeah.
honest with you.
Well, let me rephrase that, right? If you're working with 5 buyers at a time, this may allow to get you to 8 to 10, right? By
Yeah,
going this route. Now, your workload just doubled as far as paperwork goes. So
right.
the TC is a hire that's really close behind it if you're a high performing agent, right? Like,
Absolutely. I mean,
it's
I
not
think
like,
it's essential.
it's not like, you're just going to go out and do 8 transactions every single month, or 10 transactions, and you're never going to hire that TC person.
Right.
I'm just saying we're switching kind of how that
What
happens.
step? Yeah, it's definitely not the first step for me
Yeah.
anymore, I don't think.
Yeah. So Brittany, 5 years. What's a big goal for 5 years?
5 years. So I'm licensed in Ohio and South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
I would love to see myself having upwards of 50 some rental properties between both states, Airbnbs. I want to see myself having systems in place to have my Conner Estates team, which is like my rehabs and rentals, being taken care of fully, with me being stepping away from that. I would like to see my real estate team for like being a realtor, having the systems in place that I can step away significantly. I really, like I said, I want to travel. I want to be able to go on like 2-3 month excursions, and know that I have the systems in place, that my business is getting ran at home and everything's fine. And I'm only getting a call if it's absolutely necessary. I want to be able to spend time with my family and my friends and enjoy life, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to just live to work. I want to live to experience life.
We have a lot of that mindset in common.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I got lucky because that's how my mentor, my team lead, lives his life, right?
Mhm.
Like, I got in at 22 right out of college, and it was, we're going to have fun, we're going to enjoy life, we're going to do things, but life comes first, work comes second, but we work hard, right?
Yeah,
To play hard, or in some
absolutely.
case harder, we play harder, right? So what's one thing that you think, I guess you listed some big goals, so it's not just one thing, but what do you think you need to do in order to kind of get those things in place?
Um, I think I got to stay consistent. I think one of the big things that has really helped me increase my business has been the power of video. So I need to stay consistent with my videos. I need to stay consistent with putting myself in front of people and educating them. I think that as long as I stay consistent, I know my hunger isn't going anywhere, and I know my faith isn't going anywhere. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when for me. So I'm just going to continue to do the things that I know are going to produce me the business that I want, so that I can lead the life I want to live.